The river rose by 8 metres, more than a two-storey building in just 45 minutes, leaving nothing but devastation behind. In all, at least 82 people killed, including around 30 children, swept away this weekend by those flash floods in Texas, as rescuers continue to scour the landscape for any sign of anyone alive or any bodies. Now, new warnings that more rain is also on the way, amid questions as well about why any warnings did not come sooner. Donald Trump calling those floods a 100-year catastrophe that nobody expected, as he said he will probably visit the scene later this week. But real pressure on him after recent cuts to forecasters.
In light of the floods, do you think that the federal government needs to hire back any of the meteorologists who were fired in the last few months?
I wouldn't know that. I really wouldn't. I would think not. This was the thing that happened in seconds. Nobody expected it. Nobody saw it. Very talented people are there, and they didn't see it. It's, I guess they said, once in 100 years. They've never seen anything like this. So I wouldn't, people are trying to blame the school. They're trying to blame the camp. They're trying to blame. It's just a horrible thing. But no, I wouldn't say that, no.
Donald Trump there. Well, earlier we spoke to our correspondent Wasim Cornet, who said criticism is growing on the authorities for failing to predict the floods.
County records show that Kerr County, which has been the epicenter of this disaster, had begun exploring installing a new warning system 9 years ago. At the time, the county commissioner called that area of central Texas probably the highest risk area for flooding in the state, and called the warning system at the time, quote, pretty antiquated. Unfortunately, that warning system that was in place 9 years ago has not been upgraded to this day. They had discussed installing speakers and sirens across critical parts of the Guadalupe River where this disaster happened, but that was not done. Questions also surrounding the issuing of warning. The National Weather Service has been hit hard by personnel cuts, by funding cuts, research cuts over the past few months since Donald Trump was inaugurated back in January. The two nearest weather offices nearest the Kerr County where this disaster happened has been missing some staff members, but weather warnings were issued throughout the day and leading up to this disaster. The first flood watch was issued Thursday afternoon, but unfortunately, with much lower rainfall amounts, those weather models were not picking up on the extreme indication of this event, forecasting between 13 to 18 centimeters of rain. Ultimately, as much as 38 centimeters of rain fell. The first flash flood warning came in at around 1:14 in the morning, Friday morning. The first flash flood emergency, that is the highest level warning, came in at 4 o'clock in the morning, but the Guadalupe River burst its banks just an hour later, so giving very little time to react.